the kickoff for Buffalo.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now the second down throw on target. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
49.
Second and 11 now. Newton, this one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And a first.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 21. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Kansas City.
Running on first down, Eckler. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On second and 9, Newton completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
And inches.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now after the face mask penalty, here's first and goal. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. And off comes to Peterson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
1st and 10.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
23 yards on the play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Sure. Chiefs 7, Bills 0.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Newton now to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas
Michael
City.
Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Chiefs 14, Bills 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet?
Adrian Peterson off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. Now Newton. And Thomas has it. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Complete to Michael Thomas. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Newton. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
To Michael Thomas.
A big play there for KC. 41 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Trying to punch it in with Eckler, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. maybe that'll help them as they head towards the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
They'll take over first.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action, Newton. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot.
And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
And a first down.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now Newton. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
First down.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Julian Blackmon. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time, not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes, and he finds the tight end, Reed. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Brings up second.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Right there. 20. Right there. 54 miles. Watch the roll. Watch the roll.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They give it to Peterson. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Working his way in there that time, Melvin Ingram to make the stop.
At the 42.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. Now Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the Chiefs' 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run for it with Peterson. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now left side on the swing pass. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. And his throw is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And able to find Dorsett. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Now they can breathe a little easier. Some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. Again, Newton. On the screen, this is Eckler. And some room to run now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Right there. Safety's creeping.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
30, Austin Eckler.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On the play. And it's third down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It's Eckler again. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Third down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First down, Kansas City.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Chiefs.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3rd and long, it's Newton. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The give to Peterson out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards that time. They had a Buffalo first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mahomes now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Peterson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. First down, here's the run with Peterson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Back to throw, Mahomes. That is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
The 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Mahomes. Here's a screen to Powell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he takes it in across the chop for a Bills touchdown. Adrian Peterson in the final minute, and the Bills have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, it could come back at you a long way.
Extra point right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine down in Peoples-Jones. And it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll get this to Eckler. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And that one falls incomplete. And now, look at the clock. Only 7 seconds remain. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
That's the end of regulation.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. First throw in overtime for Newton. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9, opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Out of the gun, Newton. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Ready? Check, 55. Hey, tight down. There you go. Go. That's it.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues.
Newton's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Three yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Eckler, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense, false start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Here is Eckler. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. They'll run here with Eckler, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20.
Tonight's final score.
A part of a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at